Let's go ahead and begin. Buenos días todo el mundo. Amigos, amigas. All right, so let's go ahead and just bring your weight, bring your body to the center of your mat. Let me make one more little adjustment. From here, go ahead, just check down, look at your 10 toes. Just remembering, like we were talking about, that relationship between your feet and the floor can be a really, really good source of strength for you that you can take into the rest of your skeleton. And so from here, let your heels come up, let the balls of the feet come up, and just feel the weight shifting here slightly. Beautiful. And so now, go ahead, pause for a moment, with both heels lifted, then take one heel down, one heel and one knee forward. So just feel the outer of this back glute, the heel that's on the floor. Feel that firing up and feel the inner thigh on that leg as well. Exhale and change. You feel the gluteus medius and the inner thigh. Let's try this a few times. Inhale and exhale and exhale and exhale. Try this just a few more rounds and exhale and exhale and exhale. So I'm going to pause now with weight on my right leg and then just lightly lift and tap my left leg, la pierna izquierda, arriba, 2 and 1. Good. Now tap to the side and back just a few times, just waking up balance here. 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Exhale, step back and in just a few times, waking up stability in the opposite hip. Beautiful. Pause. Place that weight on the left side. Same thing. Now you're going to let the opposite leg, this is my right leg, pierna derecha, está moviendo adelante y atrás. Good. And now al lado y adentro. Good. And now afuera y adentro. Back, atrás y adentro. Good. All right, so now let's put 2 feet down here on the floor. Estiramos los brazos arriba. Stretch your arms all the way up. Now let the arms come back as your knees bend. And then we're going to inhale, sweep, take the arms all the way up. Muslos atrás. Good. Y también brazos atrás. Inhaling up. Exhale, stretching, reaching weight back. Inhaling up. Exhale, stretching, reaching weight back. One more time. Inhaling up. Inspirando. And now bring your palmas juntas underneath your pecho. Pull the elbows in and feel your back muscles, your latissimus, your spinal extensors. Inhale, stretch, reach your arms up. Let's take opposite elbow to thigh. Inhale and exhale. Dando una vueltita por las costillas. You're twisting through your ribs. Good. Good. Inhaling up and exhale back. Inhaling up. Exhale, reaching back. Good. This time, inhale all the way up. Exhale, release the arms here to your sides. Let's do a tree pose. So your left leg is going to lift. Put the foot there on your ankle for a moment. Bring your palmas juntas. Bring your palms together. And exhale, coming up. 5 breaths. Good. And then exhale, releasing. Opposite side. Lift the heel. Open the knee. Good. Feeling inner thigh and glute. And then exhale, foot there to the thigh. Taking the arms. Arriba, arriba. Muy arriba. Then your tailbone down, down, down. Good. And then let's exhale. Step your 2 feet a little bit wider now. So find a second, almost like a little rock step, just rocking the weight side to side. Good. Paying attention to your breaths. Excellent. So now you're going to pause with the weight on one leg, step the opposite leg back. So I've got weight on my right side. Bend and straighten this knee just a few times. Good. Beautiful. And then from there, you can catch your hand and foot together. Just stretch, letting that kneecap move down. Couple breaths, trying to keep the hips even. Excellent. Slowly set it back down. Opposite leg reaches behind you. Doblamos, estiramos por la rodilla. Good. Just feeling your hamstring waking up. Beautiful. And then you can take your hand there to your tobillo, to your ankle. Brazo opuesto arriba. Good. And then exhale, release, and take that down. Taking your feet wide. Now bring your two arms out and back in. You're going to reach out and back in, out and back in. So you feel your thighs, your arms moving opposite one another, but still grounded through strong feet, long spine, una columna larga. Muy bien. Let's hold down here for just a moment. Bring your two hands to your knees, stretch and extend up. Exhale, round underneath you. Inhale, stretch, reaching up. Exhale, rounding underneath. Good. Letting your shoulder blades move apart. Inspirando arriba. Expirando abajo. Good. Inspirando arriba. Beautiful. And now take your two arms out. Fly your weight into either leg. You're just going to float lado y lado. Good. Continuing to wake up energy through the legs. Good. Through your spine. Excellent. Good. So now from here, let's pause in the center. Open your chest. Opposite hand reaches towards your toes on the other side. Open the chest. Exhale, cambiamos lados. Inhaling up. Exhaling to create that twist. Inhaling up. Exhale, twisting. Inhaling up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. And exhale, twist. Good. Pause. Let's come all the way up for just a moment and create a little back bend here. Give this a few breaths. Good. Now slide your hands here back behind you. Open your toes and feel your talones moving adentro, moving in. Now bend and straighten the knees. Feeling your thigh bones move out and your tailbone move down. Good. So remember, thigh bones are going to go out, tailbone goes down and up. If you want to recreate that action with your arms, good. Trying this just a few times. Beautiful. So let's pause here on bottom and now reach one elbow to a thigh, opposite elbow. So your codos estirando lado y lado. All the way up and out. Good. Couple more rounds, just feeling your obliques. Getting really, really efficient now at moving your spine lado y lado. Good. And then from here, let's pause in your middle. Exhale, bring your hands here to the floor. Stretch, reach your thighs up. Now this is a good opportunity to press that big toe base joint down. Lengthen your piernas. And then vamos a bajar. Estiramos. Bajamos. Y estiramos arriba. Good. Bajamos. Y estiramos arriba. So this one more time. Beautiful. Now pause for a moment down here. And another big exhale grounds the feet, lifts you up. Let's turn towards your right leg. Good. So now your back toes, the left toes are slightly turned out. And we'll inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bring your hands here to your low back for a moment. Reaching your weight forward. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. This time, leave the arms in the air. Really press the back heel into the floor and allow your spine to arch. Good. Keep your knee over your front heel. And now from here, exhale, lower down, reaching yourself over this leg. Good, and now putting some weight in your front foot. Exhale, lifting up, and see about putting your hands on your low back. And exhale, lifting and reaching your opposite leg back. 5 breaths. And we'll set that leg down. We're going to turn, pivot towards it. Remember your back toes face slightly out. Good. Inhale, come take a stretch up. Good. Now exhale, find your hands over your lumbar spine as you come forward. Just thinking flat back. Really reaching your hips, your sitting bones back. Good. Inhale, coming up. This time finding a deep warrior one. So you can always move that back foot out just a hair if you'd like. Good. And now from here, let's come stretch out over this leg. Beautiful. And now we're going to gather some weight in your front foot and exhale, begin. If it feels nice to lift and reach. Your opposite leg, la pierna opuesta atrás. When you feel ready, set that weight back in. Beautiful. And then this front foot, step it to the back foot and come to the short edge of your mat. So everybody take a moment and kind of dance that sequence out. Move what you want to move. Move what you need to move. Check in with your ankles, your arms, your brazos, your codos, your rodillas. And just move everything just a little bit. Lightly. Good. Take it backwards. I'm doing the upright backstroke. Good. All right. So now from here, brazos arriba, arms up. And we're going to exhale, take a long stretch forward and move some weight. So you're taking your shoulders here over your manos. Good. And lengthening up through the backs of the legs. Excellent. So now we're going to walk our hands out. Let's go right, left, right, and find a little modified plank. You're going to lift the hips through a down dog. Exhale, lower, and let the tailbone come slightly down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower, 2, 3. Really feeling your abdominals catch you. On the way down, inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Beautiful. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Good. Let the knees come down. Let the elbows fold into your sides. 5 and 4. And try not to lead with the head. Keep the head lifting, moving back. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Exhale, lifting up. So now from here, take your right foot in the air. Try to keep your hips square. Doblamos la rodilla, bend the knee.
Lift the knee, subimos un ratito un poco más la pierna. And then from here, put that foot back behind your hand. So right foot back behind the right hand. Plant the back heel. And then reach the arm up. Parivrita Trikonasana. Beautiful. From there, take another big breath. Dos manos abajo. Take two hands back down to the floor. Now bending your front knee. Exhale, lift this leg up, your back leg. And now take that arm all the way back up, Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. So again, trying to send weight into your foot. Let it radiate up. Beautiful. And now, if it feels nice, see about finding yourself, finding standing as you come up. Set that foot down. Bueno, una vuelta. You're going to turn it around. And from here, we're back up to the top of our mat. So now, inhale, take another breath. We're going to try that same sequence, opposite side. So all the way up. Exhale, sweep, take your sternum forward, fingertips to the floor, really stretch your lumbar, melt the head. Good, let's inhale, look up. Good, and now exhale, walk your hands out. Let's go izquierda, derecha, izquierda, good. And so now from here, let's lift the hips, subimos. And then expirando, bajando la pelvis. You're going to lower the pelvis down. We'll come up to 3. We're going to come down, abajo, 2, 3. Arriba, 2, 1. Y abajo, 2, 3. Good. Arriba, 2, 1. Y abajo, 2, 3. Good. Pause. 2 knees down. And then again, really focus on keeping your upper spine engaged as you fold at the elbows and lift. A lot of times we collapse in this little push-up. And you really want to feel your upper back stay really powerful through there. Beautiful. Good. Exhale, pause. La cadera arriba. Your hips up. And now la pierna izquierda arriba. Good. So holding there for just a moment. Desde aquí doblamos. You're going to bend the knee. Take your left foot behind the left hand. Pause for a moment. Una pausa. 5 respiraciones. So take 5 breaths. Parsvottanasana. Melting your head. Bueno, la cabeza pesada. Good. Your isquion is this left sitting bone. Your isquion. Moviendo atrás. Muy bien. And now you're going to lift. Vamos a subir la piel. Bueno, el brazo izquierdo. Lifting your left arm up. Good. Empujando también el talón atrás, abajo. Beautiful. So now from here, taking 2 hands back down, you can now gradually bring this weight of your front foot, of that right leg in the air. Opposite arm lifts. So your brazo izquierdo arriba otra vez. Good. And then you can take the arm down and slowly discover bringing your weight back up into standing. So maybe with the leg down, como tú necesitas hacerlo. Good. So now we're at the back of the mat once again. Let's inhale. Actually, let's do it like this. Turn that back around. We're going to stay here and sweep the arms up. And desde aquí, expiramos. You're going to lower back down, really stretch your lumbar. Inhale, look up, stretch. Bueno, el pecho extendido. Good. And now with your hands, just take your hands underneath your shoulders, step your feet back. Good. So if you wanted to take a little vinyasa here, you could, letting your chest open, lumbar stretch. Exhale, reaching your pelvis arriba. Good. So now your right leg, la pierna derecha arriba, lift it up. Beautiful. Then from here, you're going to bend the knee. Exhale, lift just a hair higher. Now your right foot comes behind your right hand. You're going to turn your back toes out. And then let's spiral this arm up, finding warrior two. Good. Take a second, circling the arms. Circulando. Good. And then let's take a big, long stretch, reaching your costillas. You're taking your ribs a little closer to this bottom thigh. Good. Stretching out through your toes, top arm, over your ear, Uttita Hasta Parsva Konasana. Taking your gaze to your pinky. Good, let's take that arm right back up. Beautiful. So now we're in Trikonasana, really finding length through the inner thigh. Beautiful. And now this top hand can move to your cadera. Beautiful. And then from here, your back knee can bend a little bit. We'll step it in just a hair, un pasito adentro. And now you can take your brazo afuera, your arm out, front arm out. And exhale, lift the back leg. La pierna atrás, arriba. Good. A big long stretch. Ardha Chandrasana. Good. So now you can set that leg right back down where it was. Okay, top arm reaches behind your back. Good. And then your bottom arm can come underneath you. So you can just hang out here, como no. Or step your opposite leg in, so that's your left foot. Good. And then just consider bringing your weight onto this leg. Doesn't have to be perfect. Good. And if that feels nice, extend the top leg. Exhale, release. Good. And then we're just going to take it to the other side of the mat so we can do that same sequence facing this way. So if you're in the middle, this is now me moving to the left side of the mat. Let's inhale, take brazos arriba, arms up, and exhale, doblando. We're going to fold over. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend the knees. So from here, you can step your feet, or this time, if you feel like it, lightly hop them back. Good, you can lower the knees if you'd like to. Take a little vinyasa, inhaling up. Exhale, reaching your hips back. Good, so now from here, just don't respiración. Take your left leg up in the air. Good, bend the knee, open it just a hair. Beautiful, and now, esta pierna, you're going to take that foot back behind your left hand. Good, turn your back toes out. Los dedos del pie atrás, afuera. You're going to take it to the long edge of the mat. Exhale, subiendo. You're going to lift up. Good. Stretching, reaching your arms out, pulling your shoulder blades down the back. Good, 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 good. Okay, so pausing for a moment in your warrior two, and then thinking these ribs are going to reach, reach, reach long. And then that top arm, same thing, is going to reach, reach long. So you really open up here. Beautiful. So now we're going to take that top arm back over your bottom arm, stretch and reach this leg afuera, all the way open. Good, checking your neck. Good, Trikonasana, really finding length from the heel to the hip. Desde el talón al isquillón. Good, and then top hand to your hip for a moment. Back foot's gonna step in just a hair. Good, and then brazo izquierda afuera, and then the right leg lifts. And then your right arm, your brazo derecho arriba. So feel the arch of your foot, your arco del pie bajo. Good, and now from here, let's put that foot right back down. Beautiful, and then that front arm can come underneath the leg. You can see about your hands binding. They may want to do this, they may not. This might be a good time for you to take a sip of coffee or lo que tú quieras, whatever you want. So then from here, you can take your foot, that right foot in, start to gather the weight of your body on that foot. As you find length here, perhaps also extending the opposite leg. Perhaps releasing then. Baila, 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 baila. You might need a little salsa in your life. And I'm not just talking for your taco. All right, so then everybody do with me for just a moment. Little hip check. How are they? How's your low back? ¿Cómo están? Bueno, las muñecas, how are they? Good, checking in there. All right, let's do a couple other little poses for extension, balancing. So I'm gonna put weight on my right foot, take my left hand to my left foot, maybe just hang out here and work on feeling the gluteus medius and inner thigh on your supporting leg working together to hold you up. And then if you want, extend, take 5 breaths. Good, or just reaching belly out, whatever feels good to you. You can now take your torso a little bit over this leg. Good, inhale right back up. If you like, open the leg to the side. Good, back to the center. Release it. Bend the knee. All the way back in. Once again, baila, baila. So let your limbs release. Feel that weight move evenly into both feet. Good. Okay, so let's see what happens if we try that on the other side. Doesn't have to go perfect. Certainly is not perfect for me today. Or hardly ever, really. So see about toe ball heel on that leg you're about to get to support you. Good, and then the opposite arm comes up, hand to the foot, taking a moment. Good, perhaps staying here, or perhaps reaching out. Good, couple breaths. And then you can fold over the leg. You can stretch the leg out to the side. You can bring the leg back to the center. Release the foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee. And then once again, release, release, release. Good. Okay. So let me see where we are in terms of time. Now would be probably a very good time to come and place your blanket here in the center of the mat. Good, so we're gonna work on a couple little things that may or may not take us toward a headstand. It's whatever, it's your practice, remember. So you can bring your antebrazos abajo. You can take your arms down for a moment. And exhale, reach your hips and thighs back. So just let the top of the head, estira, estira, come down. And we'll inhale, look up. And now if you like, place your hands into the mat. And exhale, let the top of your head come to the floor. Good. So if this is feeling nice, lift your two hips up and walk your two sits bones, your isquiones, over your shoulders. You can stay right here or bend a knee and perhaps bend the opposite knee and just see about taking some weight once you feel steady. Good. And then from there, you can bend the knees. And exhale, set the feet back down. Lowering, bajando. Good. Inhale, come stretch up for a moment. Exhale, push your weight back to your feet. Walk your hands and take your elbows together so the top of the head melts. Beautiful. So now we're going to come down and work on a couple of the little butt balances. So I'm going to turn my blanket the other way. This is inspired by John doing Arda Upavista this morning before we got started. So everybody can come and sit up on your sits bones. Let the feet move out slightly from your hips. We're going to inhale, sit all the way up. Good. Check your neck, lado y lado. And then from here, exhale, work on just extending one leg. Good. Feeling that energy through the shoulder. Beautiful. Exhale, let it come down. Opposite leg extends and lifts. Good. So try not to pitch your weight back when the leg comes up. Try to really sit tall as best you can. Good. Let's inhale. Take a break. Sitting, lengthening your spine all the way back up. And then exhale, if you like, extend two legs. Excellent. And now from here, from those extended legs, just bring the soles of the feet together and then let your sternum stretch, reach, come forward. Wonderful. So now let's do a little Navasana sequence. Take your feet out so now the legs are parallel. Two arms reach up. Exhale, move weight back. So you've given the work of holding your spine up to your abdominales. Good. Just be here for a couple of breaths. Good. Inhale once again. Open the chest. Let your columna move forward. Your pecho también adelante. Muy bien. Nos sentamos arriba. Let's sit up. Exhale, run back, hugging into your belly, lifting your two legs. Good. Stretching, reaching, afuera, afuera. Good. And then if you like, your two legs can extend. 5 more breaths. Good. Let's bend the knees. Exhale, finding that Baddha Konasana once again, stretching out over the legs. Muy bien. Okay, so now from here, to your left leg come long. The right foot, we're going to bring it up into your left hip crease. Inhale, brazos arriba, your arms come up. And then exhale, let's fold towards your extended leg. Once again, feeling your hamstring stretching. Now, if this feels nice, you can take your opposite hand behind your back and perhaps bind your toes. Beautiful. So now from here, this leg that's on bottom, la pierna extendida, you can doblar, you can bend it and bring it either underneath your opposite leg or above it, right? So above it is a full lotus, below is a half lotus. If you've decided to try a full lotus, or if you're in a half, doesn't matter. We're going to try lifting your pelvis up. You don't have to lift your pelvis up, but the intention is to practice lifting and see what happens. Vamos a ver. So now with your hands here at your sides, inhale. And exhale, lift and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. And then if your body is interested in trying this kind of fold over movement, what we'll do is inhale, take your arms up. And exhale, move weight onto your knees. Good. So this might be just where you want to go. Or if it feels nice, your hips might be able to move forward. The legs might be able to unfold. You come back up. And from here, 2 feet forward and 2 sitting bones down. Good. Let's try that sequence on the other side. Vamos a ver qué va a pasar. All right. So now let's take your left foot, your pie izquierdo, here into your hip, en la cadera. Good. So this might be all you want to do, just practicing getting this knee to bend. Inhale, you can take 2 arms up and now fold over your pierna extendida. Stay here, estirando muy bien. Or you can take your hand to the foot back behind you, lo que tú quieras, whatever is feeling right to your cuerpo. Beautiful. Inhale, stretching all the way back up. So now this leg that's extended, pierna extendida, you can pull that foot underneath you here and just hang out for a moment. Or once again, you can try taking that foot, pie sobre el muslo. So now you've taken that foot over the thigh. So you can hang out for just a moment. There's also a world where you grab your 2 toes, your big toes, with your hands back behind you. And then I'm supposed to be able to sit up. I don't know if that's what my arms want to do today. But anyway, that's also a thing. Let's try an arm balance once again. So you let your hands here come underneath you, piernas debajo de, manos debajo de los hombros. And then we're going to push with your hands and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you hear how fast I'm counting? Inhale, brazos arriba, taking your arms up. And exhale, if you like, you're going to move the weight of your body into your knees. So your body may do this or may not. Nikine's already done it. She's finished. But here, you can take your weight and come forward. Now, if it feels comfortable to bring your weight onto your knees, then you can think about bringing your hips forward. And as they melt forward, your feet should just naturally be able to unfold from your thighs. Good. All right. Well, that's that. We did that. I hope that was fun. Okay, so we're going to move down to the mat now and work a little bit on some inversions from the floor, shoulder stand in particular, y también halasana. So take a second here. Let's connect to our core by moving slowly to the floor. Stretch Brazos arriba. Muy bien. And then from here, vamos a bajar. Let's go. Slowly, 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 feeling the bones moving down. Beautiful. So then when you set up your blanket, you want to make sure your shoulders are on your blanket, but your head is off. And that's just going to support this nice little curve in your lumbar. I mean, that's called your cervical spine. In la columna cervical. I don't know, Gala, you can tell me después de la clase. Okay, so now push for a moment. Just push your arms down, your humerus abajo, and lift your pecho arriba. Lift your chest up. And I want you to feel your latissimus, feel your spinal extensors, those muscles in your back getting firm. So if that's all you did, this is a really great way to kind of build some fuerza, build strength in your chest. Okay, so now pushing your hands down, lifting your knees over your pelvis. If it feels nice, lift the legs up over you and take your thighs over your face and walk your shoulder blades a little more together and just kind of connect here in this halasana. And then if it feels nice, you can walk your elbows in a little more. And now give the weight, a little bit of weight here to your hands as you lift your pelvis up, and also your thighs, your legs. So you walk your hands down the back of here. Give this a few breaths. Good, and then you can slowly again let some weight come back towards your hands as your toes move a little closer to the floor, as your arms release to your sides, bending your knees. Pause for a moment, and you're going to do that push of your elbows in once again, but now lift your head up, and now take your head to the floor and your bottom lip over your top lip. So this is to stretch the front of the throat. And then from here, exhale, release your head right back down to the mat. And if you want, slide your blanket just a little bit further down your back. And we're going to work for a moment on a set of low back bends. So pushing your feet now lightly into the floor. Feel now your pelvis rise up and your hands push down, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Good. And then exhale, release. Allow that to come back down to the floor. If you'd like this time, bring your hands here. Manos a tus tobillos. You can bring your hands to your ankles. Walk that in, tuck the shoulder blades in. Exhale and lift. Good. Give this 5 to 10 breaths. Good. Big toe base joints anchored into the floor. Good. Then as you feel ready, releasing your pelvis, let that come down to the floor. Now, dos brazos arriba, your 2 arms up. Stretch bend at your elbows for a moment. And then you can take your hands back underneath your shoulders and focus here for a moment of putting your weight in your feet. And you're going to exhale, lift the pelvis. And now if that's going well, así está bien, vamos a subir your middle of the back, come onto the head. And then if that feels good, lift up, taking Urdhva Dhanurasana, 10 breaths. Exhale, slowly releasing down, down, down. And letting your torso just return to the floor. Beautiful. So now we're going to take a little twist. Take your two legs up and cruzamos las piernas. And then you can hug. You can even hook that bottom foot around. Take the knees to the side and then your gaze in the opposite direction. So if your right hip is on top, you want your knees to go to the left. Good. And then from here, vamos a subir otra vez. You'll lift once again. And then cruzamos. You'll cross the legs. And same thing. If your left hip is on top, now you'll take your gaze to the left and your knees a la derecha. Good. After that next exhale, just bring your knees over your chest and explore just a little bit. Any final little movements you need to make that would help you feel better before we take a short, sweet Shavasana. Good. All right. And then from here, go ahead, just make yourself comfortable on your mat, whatever that will mean to you. I think today I'm going to do a little prop for my pelvis and just let my body come sort of rest out over it in a kind of restorative little back bend here. So I've just got a little cushion underneath. All right, so now begin to let your skeleton just kind of melt down. Have a meltdown. Feeling the muscles in your feet, your legs, your hips soften. Muscles around your torso softening. Brazos también, your arms releasing. Your shoulders, hombros, your cuello, your neck, la cara, la cabeza, todo relajando. Take another few full deep breaths, kind of marking your inhales, marking your exhales, feeling a little space between those two actions. Sometimes it's harder to give that attention to your breath in your own home. Feel the long to-do list. I just want you to take a big breath, smile at your to-do list. Tell it to hold on just a minute. Now, when you feel ready, just begin to lightly wiggle your fingers and your toes. And circle your ankles, circle your wrists. You can draw your knees up over your chest, abrazando las piernas. And then roll, vamos a ir a un lado. Nos sentamos arriba, let's sit up. And bring your palmas juntas. All right, everybody. Tu práctica es un regalo. Muchas gracias y disfruta el resto del día. Namaste.